Today I will show you how to create this modern text reveal animation that you see in high-end websites using just GSAP, scrollTrigger and splitText. And the best part is you will get clean HTML, responsive text splitting and scroll-based animation all automatically handled. If you ever tried building this manually using JavaScript, you already know the pain. You end up splitting text into spans, fixing line breaks for every breakpoint, and your HTML becomes a mess. But with GSAP splitText, this becomes incredibly simple. First, let's importing GSAP with the plugins we need in HTML and register them in JS. To make things simple, first of all, let's create our animation without scroll trigger for just this paragraph you see here. First, let's split our text into lines. Nothing happens yet because we only split the text, we haven't animated it. Now let's animate those lines. Now we get movement, but it still feels basic. Now we want a reveal effect, and GSAP allow us to do that with just one line of code using mask property. Now the animation feels like it's revealed from behind the clip. Now let's add some staggers and pretty easing to make it feel more natural. But we notice the edge of the line is appearing before animation start because it rotates from center. We fix that with making it rotate from left using transform origin. Now the motion feels grounded and professional. Now we trigger animation on scroll when enters the viewport. And next step is adding this animation to all elements on the page. We want to animate our headings and some paragraphs. So instead of targeting one element, we loop through them. Now everything works across the page. But we have small issue. As you see, if we resize the browser, we start getting all these weird line breaks. To solve that, we use autoSplit true. This makes split text automatically split text when layout changes. But after adding autoSplit true, we hit another issue, which our animation suddenly stops working, and the reason is actually very interesting. When the page first loads, the browser still hasn't loaded our custom font yet, so the browser first renders the text using fallback font. That means split text calculates line breaks using the wrong font metrics. Then a moment later, our real font loads. And because the font spacing is different, and we have set autoSplit true, so the browser creates a completely new lines. So now the old lines no longer exist, but our animation is still targeting those old lines. And we can fix all of this by waiting for our fonts to fully load before creating split text with using this promise. So now split text calculates the correct lines from the beginning, but we still have one more issue. Even though the initial split is now correct, if we resize the browser again or the layout changes, splitText creates a complete new lines, which means the old lines get destroyed, but our animation is still attached to those removed elements. And this is exactly why GSAP gives us the onSplit callback. This callback runs the first time splitText creates lines, and every time autoSplit creates new ones. So by putting our animation inside onSplit, GSAP automatically reconnects the animation to the newly created lines every single time, which makes the whole thing responsive, reliable, and production ready. One last thing before we finish. When splitText creates lines, it wraps the text with additional elements for splitting and masking. And if you have a lot of animated text on your page, all those extra wrappers can blur the DOM and affect performance. So in production, it's usually a good idea to revert splitText back to the original HTML after the animation finishes. In our case, we can do that with self-revert inside the animation on complete callback. This removes all splitText wrapper elements and restores the original clean HTML after the animation is complete, which keeps DOM lighter and helps performance on large pages. And that's it. Now you have clean HTML, responsive line splitting, scroll-based animation, and production-ready GSAP setup. No manual span wrapping, no messy DOM, just clean modern motion design. If you enjoy more creative front-end development like this, don't forget to subscribe.